And we are back with Gunginga Season 6 Game... that's a lot of math to do really quick. 14? Game 14 of the regular season between What the Helly and Lincoln Park, Minutes to Midnight, Meteora, Hybrid Theory, whatever name you want to give him, Miracle Max, who I am joined by once again.
Oh.
Now, Max, you've been around the block a few times.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen a thing or two. You know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
This map pool we got. It's pretty exciting.
I think it's rigged.
You think it's rigged?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miracle Max, we are going to your favorite map of the map pool. That being Lijiang Tower
Busan?
because... No, Lijiang Tower. Minutes Minute won the coin toss. And also secured their team a Doomfist band.
Wow, I can't believe you forgot my favorite map is Busan.
Busan? Mega Base. Meow meow. Shout out to AddieBC1 and JP. They get that reference. Now looking at team number 1 with AddieBC1. We have AddieBC1, Mi Chengji, rounding out that support line, Addie. Addie? Max. You're Max. I'm Addie. Looking at tank, we got Tonk. Really good ball player, really good Winston player, really good Ramatra player, just a really good all-around tank. There's not a lot you can't do to this guy that he doesn't have something for you. You got Glitterama and John Yujio on the DPS line, but John Yujio is not here today, so we have Death Oof subbing in from Hazard Incorporated, currently 4-0. Lincoln Park obviously hoping to rub off some of that success. Looking at team number 2, Max. What the Helly?
What the hell?
Hold on. Alright, looking at what the hell I had to clear something up. Actually, maybe hold on, I need to reread this.
No, they didn't ban.
Oh, they didn't ban?
May. Yeah, they banned May now. They just said that. That is a suspicious ban.
That is a very suspicious ban. Looking at team number 2, who just banned the May. Pulsar not on the tank. He's actually on the DPS. Lazy Dog's on the tank. Actually, Pulsar's not even on DPS. Pulsar's on support. You have Pulsar and Cyber on support. They like to change everything up and make me very sad. Cyber Venom, Cyber Pulsar on support. Lazy Dog on that tank. Doomfist was banned, but his Junker Queen I'd say is scarier. And honestly, he might be the only tank in the game that actually makes me upset to play against him. He's such an X Factor, Max, that he provides so much space for Melee and Venom on that DPS line. But Max, we have a good game ahead of us. We have a Doom and a Mayban on Lijiang. I do need to disable those characters really quick. Those teams are ready, so we are going into map number 1, which, once again, Lijiang Tower. Sorry, I just sneezed. Is there a P word that is banned? Oh, Pookie's a bad word? What? Okay, Pookie is now allowed in the Twitch chat. Interesting. No, Max has said 3 things because I haven't given her a chance to. Miracle Max, what do you have to say to your viewers?
I'm trying to figure out why we're banning May.
That is a very suspicious ban.
Who plays May?
If you had Little or Hunta on the other side, yeah, that makes sense, but you're playing against the Genji guy. And
You're
then
playing
whatever
against both Genji guys.
Yeah. You
You're literally
have the
playing
Shimada
against-
Bros. If anything,
You're literally playing against two Genji one tricks.
if
Well, not
anything,
really
you want Mei. Mei would be great for you. You wall off the ball. A lazy dog hits every knife anyways, so pull him in, wall, explode. It's that simple. Now we are seeing the ball. We're seeing the Genji. We're seeing the Hanzo. Juno's an interesting pick from ADBC1 and Mi Chang-ji on that Ana, which was honestly excellent for Funny Silly Haha team. Unfortunately, able to get the win, but Lazy Dog rolling out on his tried and true Junker Queen. Venom on the Reaper. Melly on the Sojourn. Pulsar and Cyber playing in Overwatch 1 on a Brig backline. Deathtoof actually with an early pick.
Deathtoof was the initial pick.
Yeah, channeling his inner Kata Bates. Big Sam sets up a lot of avenues for Glitter Vomit to get aggressive.
Glitter Vomit getting instantly antied and taken out by Cyber.
Yeah, you know what's weird
Kong finds a quick follow-up onto Pulsar, though.
I just noticed
What's weird?
Pulsar is on the Brig and Cyber is on Ana. It's usually the other way around.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
Cyber is an Ana player and Pulsar is a Brig player.
Pulsar literally played Brig every single game last season he was on playing for T1.
Yeah.
And he's played it this season.
You said I'm not talking to you anymore. You just said the same thing I said.
Cyber plays Brig, Pulsar plays Ana. And they've done that for basically every game.
I'm not arguing with you on this.
Either way, Deathtoof with another pick onto the Reaper as Venom trades Glitter Vomit out. There is a Kiriko in the backline, and Melee gets another pick as Tonk finds an edge. And Tonk really not looking to get aggressive, which is a little surprising in the favored fight for them. Cyber very low on that Ana on the outside. And he will get out with no issues, actually. We are coming up onto 5 ults for the side of what the Helly.
Definitely taking a strange angle here.
Honestly, I don't really hate it. Gives him a lot of cover on the backside, but Tonk, with no of that cover, just absolutely gets obliterated as Glitter Vomit will be the next to fall from this rally. Huge knife onto ADBC1 as she is pulled back into the fray.
And you're kind of really seeing the synergy between Cyber, Lazy Dog, and Pulsar there, as every time somebody was stunned from Pulsar's rally, Lazy Dog and Cyber were right behind him.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there's a reason Pulsar and Cyber duo all the time. I mean, they have that consistency in playing together. They kind of just know what each of the other does, but we do have a nanoed Melee along with a Death Blossom.
Oh, what a shot from Deathtoof, but Melee.
Yeah,
coming in.
The Death Blossom was really just icing on the cake. I think they get that fight win either way, but
now they only have Rampage to answer to Minutes to Midnight's 3 ults up.
Yeah, but this is Lazy Dog's Rampage.
This is true.
And
he finds almost everybody.
Gets 2 in the backline.
Yeah, Mi Chang doesn't hit the cleanse on everybody, unfortunately.
And Tonk.
Off the map.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Mi Chang fighting a pick onto Lazy Dog, actually.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be forced to fight this Venom Reaper next, which is less than ideal for him, but with Deathtoof turning the corner, they now have an avenue to get to this point, especially with Tonk coming around the side with the rollout.
What was that movement on Hanzo there?
I don't know, but Tonk honestly just about got thrown off the edge. If he had any more speed, he would have been over Cyber on the Ana. As Melee with a pick on Glitter Vomit really sets up a good position for them to finish off the point in.
Deathtoof's trying to assassinate Cyber right now.
Yeah,
cannot hit a shot though.
Yeah, unfortunate. Along with the rally coming out, the only thing they had going for them where they were about to have Tonk's mines, but Rally was up. They're about to have Nano. What the Helly with a very strong showing early. My microphone is unmuted, but there's no signal. That's just incorrect. Melly is switching over to the Cassidy for the inside point. I really like this. This is a really good brawl point. I think if Tonk continues to play ball here, I think it could be detrimental for their team. Tonk is a very good Zarya, and I feel like playing that. There it is. Now, unfortunately, Addy, BC1, and Micheng are actually playing the meta backline, and as much as I hate it, it is very good. Just on the tank side, it kind of feels like there's no heals going out. And
oh my goodness.
Early success from this team comp as Lazy Dog tries to get a pull onto Deathtooth, but big bad
What a
Tonk.
sleep from Cyber.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Cyber will get eliminated as Pulsar switches off the BAP onto the Juno. But I'm also rocking over to the Soldier 76. And we've seen this in the past, and it's pretty dang good. IDBC1 falling low in the backline. Cleanse gets forced out, but nothing for Tonk as he's the next to fall. Lazy Dog with 11 health. None of the DPS were able to get an angle onto him. And now they're just fighting for point percentage as IDBC1 will fall. Micheng probably has a teleport, but with Glitter Vomit
I don't think
falling,
anyone's in range. Oh, there. Never mind.
Yeah, Tonk with 2 very early bubbles. Has no bubbles for Lazy Dog's engagement. And he's kind of just a sitting duck now. But a big Dragons comes off and splits him out. Finds 2!
Wow! And Lazy Dog is 4 for Deathtooth. Can he make it 5?
He absolutely cannot, but he witnessed Cyber kill himself, so we'll say that's an assist. He didn't do anything about it. That's kind of why it's an assist, Max.
He got a tape in the mail.
He was questioned by the authorities. Venom on a big flank, though.
Deathtooth a little overextended. Makes it out the live, though. Melly with the high noon. Gets blocked by Tonk's bubble.
Glitter Vomit loses the 1v1 to Venom in the backline. I think, actually, Pulsar comes around the corner and helps a little bit. But
Rampage comes out.
Yeah, really? I don't even think it did find Tonk.
No, I think that was on a nade. But it does push them back enough for what the hell to take the point.
Yeah, they will have some pretty good ults here for the side of Minutes to Midnight. They have the El Clasico Grav Blade, but with Venom getting a pick onto the support line. Honestly, this could still be a really good time to grab. With Venom going down, that's a lot of pressure off Tonk. Grav comes out. No blade yet. It is just on Lazy Dog. Probably not going to need it as they are up 2 on the fight. Venom's going to be a little late to joining, and without any tank presence, they are going to be forced back.
Melody falls pretty low, gets healed up though, and the rest of the team is able to make it out.
Yeah, and they are going to have 3 ults for this next fight. Melly's obviously just slightly off that Noon, but Noon does not take very long at all to build. Especially fighting Micheng in an alleyway. Blade comes out. Just barely misses one of the supports. Gets him. Gets 2.
Melio, the high noon on point though. Finds Tonk.
Yeah, looking for that Genji now. As much as Glitter Vomit would like to have a hero moment, he's not going to have it as his team stops capping the point at 90%. Within one team fight now, and Tonk switches to ball. I think this is a throw, Max. I think they were doing really, really good on the Zarya.
I would have to agree with you there. And I like the Zarya a bit better into the Queen.
No, it's absolutely better into the Queen, especially with a big nade finding the backline. Venom could potentially go down here if Jackson gets another good shot onto him. But they've wasted 20% on the point just trying to get into position. But Glitter Vomit with an early opening
Glitter Vomit finds the...
He gets traded though. And a big
Oh,
rampage.
big rampage. Finds Chang.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is going to be the map. Tonk does not have enough resources to really get any of these kills on his own. As he falls, Glitterbomb is the only one who can touch, but unfortunately, I don't think he's good enough to 1v4. Now, Chang on the brig definitely is good enough to 1v4, but unfortunately, what the hell, he was hacking.
He decides to show what the Helly mercy.
Yeah. That's what it was. He's a sympathetic ruler. Now, even though they lost the map, what cannot be outshined is Deathu's attention to absolutely making Minutes to Midnight have some semblance of success in this map. As
Agree.
he got basically all the opening picks.
Well, and that's kind of what Hanzo's really good for, is like a random opening pick.
Well, and just consistent damage.
Yeah.
Now, I do expect to see a little bit of a bounce back. I'd be a little concerned if... Oh, I named that team Hybrid instead of what the hell. But we are still looking for a map pick from Minutes to Midnight. And yeah, Big Bob, man. I mean, Junker Queen's just such an angry character.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Probably, like, the worst map in the game. Unfortunate.
Where's the Numbani?
Oh, way worse. Hollywood is comprised of a big choke and a small choke. And that's kind of just the entire map.
Cyber's Ana.
The Ana? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see that being actually too advantageous for them. And honestly, I think this Junker Queen can really full hold them.
Yeah, I feel like you want the Queen out.
If you go to 4 maps, though, Junker Queen on push is definitely her best map type. They banned Hanzo.
They banned Hanzo. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but now you might see Deathhoof get angry.
Now you might see Deathloop on the Genji.
I wouldn't go that far.
2 Genjis.
Okay, there we go. Bow, 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 bow. Now, Hollywood Max, it is a very interesting map. And it's part of the reason I hate it so much. Is because whatever works on first point, as long as it's Winston dive, will work on second point. Outside of that, really, you're just kind of screwed. But Tonk playing ball definitely really should work, and Deathoof on the Sombra. Now, IDBC1 is playing the Kiriko early on, and Chang-Ji on the Moira. But I'm of course on that Genji as Lazy Dog and Venom playing a very, very tanky defense with Roadhog and what's that little guy's name? Torb. His name's Torb. And also Melee rolling out on the Sombra, preempting the ball, but they have 4 counters to ball on their team. I'm not sure you need the 4th. With Pulsar on the Juno. I mean, Tonk's really not going to have a fun time. She's playing into this Roadhog of Pulsar. He really doesn't miss. Now Death looking for an early avenue. Gets a hack onto Lazy Dog, but Lazy Dog also, his Sombra finds a hack onto Tonk. As one side's DPS is looking much lower, and Melee's just sitting in this corner. I mean, he doesn't really even need to do anything. Tonk's just looking for a way to get to a health pack, and Venom's turret makes sure that is not a possibility. As we should hopefully see an early Tonk swap. Okay, Tonk on the Winston.
Oh, what a hook!
Yeah, like I like that. Tonk on the Orisa is the correct pick here. Now, Deathu on the Pharah now. No longer playing the Sombra. And I also think this is a really good pick. It should buy them just a little bit of space. As Lazy Dog,
I'm really liking the hook and hack combo that what the Helly has going on right now. Didn't work out for them the way they wanted to because they did hook and hack on Orisa.
Yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't really do a whole lot. But your Orisa is, I don't really want to say feeding, but in a very peculiar situation. They should cap the point, but Melee is in a position to try and stop that. Actually, doesn't touch, throws a virus, tries to get a pick, and holy, does not get taken out on his way out.
Oh, but my Tonk finds 3 with his ult, but they're all able to escape.
Big cleanse. IDBC1 keeps Deathu alive for just a second long, but Melee was not really having any of that. Blade comes out along with EMP and just about every other ult in the book. Everything,
yeah, really.
Everything but Molten Core and Orbital Ray. Was that 8 ults in total? I think so. No. 7. We also see a Deathu swap over to the Cassidy. Ooh, goodbye,
oh,
Glitter Vomit.
what a hook onto Glitter Vomit.
Honestly, I don't think I'd hate to see Glitter Vomit pull back out the Torbjorn on this map. I think they're just playing
or even a Bastion.
Honestly, anything but the Genji, as much as it sucks to say. They are probably playing just about the most anti-dive, anti-Genji comp you could run without running all beams. As Glitter Vomit goes in, actually gets out, but does get hacked on the way. Chang-Ji gets hooked and taken out. As what the Helly are potentially going to full hold first point, or second point. I mean, this car is really starting to back up, as it's just about to get past the doorway again. Ooh, hook hits, but does get broken on the truck, or the car. But Melee's in a position trying to get a hack onto Glitter Vomit, does not get it, gets hindered. Unfortunately, does not find a whole lot as Venom takes out Tonk in Terra Surge. And Deathu pops that High Noon and really doesn't get a whole lot out of that either. Ooh, Tonk on the D.Va. Tonk on the Sigma. I like this better. I've never known Tonk to be a D.Va player. He did have my skin on though. Okay, actually, I don't know if there's a way we can lose this now. Miracle Max, may I direct your attention to Deathu on the Junkrat?
Oh, shoot. The ultimate spy checker.
I know, as Mi Chang-ji finds 2 in the Coalescence. Deathwoof gets another quick pick, and for the first time in 2 minutes, they're actually
They win a fight.
I just got attacked by my throat. Yeah, no, they win a fight. They get cart progress. Now, you're going to have EMP really soon. You're going to have Orbital Ray.
Oh, and Melly takes the wrong 1v1.
Oh, man. Deathwoof on this Junkrat. Like, is this legal?
Unfortunately, there are no rules against no Junkrat in Gunginga.
There really should be. Junkrat's just not very a Gunginga-able character. But Deathwoof, the way he plays it, is pretty Gunginga-able, as half the time he is just looking at the ground.
Can you define that word?
Gunginga-able?
Yeah.
I would, but once I do, it loses all meaning.
Okay. And Melly is back in the spawn room.
Absolutely. I mean, Deathwoof has really made that his home this second half of the map. As Venom switches off the Torb onto the Symmetra, I think it honestly might be...
Lazy Dog be able to find the pick onto Deathwoof, and Glitterhelmet gets
Oh!
picked by the...
Melly just a split second off getting the hack off as Glitterhelmet swatches it over to Farah. But Tonk should actually be able to run through this front line now without the hog coming. Like I was saying, Venom playing the Symmetra, one of the best DPS in the meta right now. And absolutely a terror for anybody playing with a shield like Tonk on the Sigma. If he comes out, finds 3. IDBC1 not in the MP, but does get hooked and cooked.
Whole circuit's blown up, though.
Honestly, they might not win the fight off that, but I think that's good enough for, Okay, they might win the fight off that, actually. Deathwoof on the high ground. Still just an absolute terrorist, as Venom's looking for a challenge on the Junkrat. Yeah, I don't know if you want to take that, buddy.
Melly swaps over to Cat. No, wait, Melly's been on Cassidy. No, he has not. Melly does swap over to Cassidy. Yes.
Good call.
I was right.
Paul comes out from the lead dog, but he gets boot back so far. It finds very little value, and if he wants to get aggressive here, he's losing a lot of health. He doesn't have the support to really help him out in this all-out fight, as Tonk's trying to get the perk onto him. Does not make him pull it away. 25 seconds left on the board. If they need to die, they need to die now. They can't really give up much more time. Venom on the soldier now. They have
and
one...
you can hear the Deathwoof still lurking around on the high ground.
Oh, absolutely. Him and his peg leg, man. They have one recontest. They have one shot to seize everything they've ever wanted, Max.
You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to glow.
And glow they did as Lazy Dog gets exploded in a barrage of missiles. Tonk just off this ult. Melly in the very low in the background does get taken out. Looking for a solo flux on one of the supports. Gets Cyber in it. Pulsar very low on that point. Just Venom alive as Hog comes oinking around the corner, but oink he will do. As that is all he will do. Does not touch. Gets rocked. Most likely would explode to the Deathwoof tire. Point blank. And a very good push from minutes to midnight, Max.
But they did get into OT.
They did. That is true. This is one of the few map types you can actually draw on still. I guess you can technically draw on escort and push, but like it's really hard. What we ought to do, Max, is bring back the coin flip to decide who wins.
No.
Yeah, because then you can do more coin flips. You love the coin flip.
I do love the coin flip. It is my favorite part.
Well, my favorite part is the absolute terrorism that Deathwoof has been on this Junkrat already. Because I don't have to play it.
You might.
No, they don't. There's no way they put Pat on tank. Come on.
No. I'm taking Pat's spot and going on tank.
Oh no, they're pulling the Miracle Max clause.
Yeah.
Anything but that. You know what we're also hoping anything but? We do have Mi Cheng Ji on the Baptiste, which, if he plays this anything like his Moira, should get a few picks. IDBC one on that Kiriko once again. Glorama and Tonk on their same characters. As we're looking at Lazy Dog back on the Junker Queen. Venom on the Soldier. Melee on the Ashe, which has been a very good character historically for him. Pulsor on the Juno, and Cyber, actually, with realistically the only change we'll see in a while, is that Kiriko. Now, Lazy Dog's actually taking a lot of damage early, and this is kind of an issue of playing Junker Queen when you can't get aggressive onto really mainly just the tank, is you're going to take a lot of that damage. Now, it does get there eventually with the help of a shout and a pick on the Glitter Vomit, as Tonk will go down, and that should most likely be point A. Oh, Mi Cheng Ji doesn't die quite yet, but will. But Deathloop gets a pick onto Venom. Won't be anything recontestable, but actually, Glitter Bomb on point. They might be trying to make a play for this, but it looks like it's just a red herring, as they do not actually get another touch. Now, I'd still like to see Glitter Bomb switch off, or if they're going to keep it the Genji, I want to see Tonk play Zarya here.
And Lazy Dog just running through minutes to midnight right now.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not really even giving them a chance to breathe, as Tonk missing that rock will inevitably lead to his death. Even with Mi Cheng Ji back with the orb, with the healing, Deathoof is now on Widowmaker. Now, I don't know how good this is. You're actually going to be the historian for this part of the game, but...
It's not terrible.
Okay, so we don't want to see him on this.
No, it's not. Okay. Deathloop, you're making a liar out of me. Hit a shot, please.
Getting the big Bob Man treatment as Kitsune Rush comes out from both sides. Tonk letting out the Druidic Flux. Yeah, melee diffing Deathoof. Really not what you want to see out of your star DPS player. But on with a
it
pick.
swaps over to the Cassidy.
That's a little more speed. Almost as bad as you. Yeah, you would have at least hit melee. Big Blade comes
out.
out.
He got a body shot.
Yeah, but he didn't get the kill, and that's pretty bad. Blade doesn't really find a whole lot. And Deathoof doesn't have the nerf skin, so, like, kind of a throw.
It's nothing.
It is nothing, but
Helps
they get it.
find Venom, though.
Getting that ult out is pretty huge, and Rampage was interrupted a little bit, but with with Lazy Dog getting onto your backline, I have a feeling they lose this. Actually, they've turned it around. They hold the point, Max.
With 0.4 meters remaining.
That's not a lot of meters.
It's not. I mean, it's...
0.4 of one.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to see a tactical visor from Venom this fight. To pair with Deathoof and his very beautiful High Noon, he can tell the time. And do you know why, Max?
Why?
Because he's on minutes to midnight.
Oh.
Which I would call low noon. Venom running to the back line, trying to find ADBC1. I'm guessing we'll find her, but ADBC1 putting the jukes on. Tonk finds a pick in the front line, as Glurama is put in a very good situation to jump on that back line. If he can get Venom just like that, he now gets the health back, gets healed back to full. And what the Helly is now forced to retreat and give up some of their high ground pressure. We're going to see Tonk opt to keep on the low ground as Lazy Dog runs for Micheng and is about to take the elevator up to where they hold their prized possessions. They've luckily given up the high ground by that time, but Deathoof still has that ult, but Melly's just about at that noon. And this is such a good position to noon from if Tonk can't mitigate it or Glitter Vomit can't get on top of him beforehand. It could mean the point. As Lazy Dog actually is caught in between a rock and a hard place, is forced to retreat over to the Mega Pack. Doesn't quite go down, but Melly really in a bad position.
Melly, oh.
Gets taken out by the initial flux. Deathoof pops his high noon. And we're looking at a fight that's still super winnable for Lazy Dog and the rest of his team. As his ult was absolutely massive. Glitterbot does find a pick, but we're going to see we're going to need to see some big plays come out as Mi Cheng-ji is the surviving member. Fade comes out, jukes Lazy Dog, which is huge, buys them time, and without getting picked, they do have a clean recontest if they can get out before Tonk, or if they can get out without staggering before Tonk gets out. Really, the only ult on the board is going to be that Blade and that Orbital Strike from Juno.
Oh, Deathoof gets picked by Lazy Dog, though.
Yeah, and a hack comes out on the Glitter Vomit. That's kind of worst case news, but a big Blade. Venom's going to end up killing himself from the damage. And Glitter Vomit helps find 2 in the fight as Lazy Dog's trying to get a pick onto Tonk, but Tonk throws him just away.
What a knife.
There are 3 surviving for the side of Minutes to Midnight, and they're going to continue to hold. Huge orbital ray from the side of Addy BC1. As Deathoof finds a pick onto Venom. That was their best shot to touch. There's just a Kiriko in any position now. And you're really just looking at Pulsar, Melly. You're going to need Melly to get a translocator touch. As Cyber gets rocked and there will be no touch. Minutes to Midnight takes point in map number 2.
Wow.
Very, very impressive defense.
What a good showing from Minutes to Midnight. A little bit of a struggle there on that first, like, half of second point, but they pulled it together.
It was just a warm-up. What can you say?
Sometimes it's hard. It's a pretty difficult choke.
Sometimes you just gotta drop
it's an
a random
awkward
map.
one.
That's something AFN knows very much about.
Bit of a habit for AFN.
Yeah, but did not drop a map to Minutes to Midnight. I hate to say it, but Minutes to Midnight might be worse than AFN. A little with a hydrate. A little gonna get a hydrate as I drink my Waterloo sparkling water.
Ew.
Don't say ew.
Is it flavored?
Yeah, it's raspberry nectarine.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like water.
Yeah, I'm drinking straight water. That's sparkling.
Yeah,
straight
it would be that. That's why I said
water.
ew.
Honestly, it's not that bad, but that's neither here nor there, as we're looking at Escort for What the Helly. Now, we have a few very good maps for them, Max. Havana, I think, might be their best map. Just because putting Melee on really any long-range hit scan is very beneficial for your team. But I think even more than that, actually? No, yeah, Havana's a really good Doom map. Or at least it is in my opinion. I could be wrong. But I'd like to think I'm not. Ooh, Gibraltar. Okay, that's my personal favorite right there. Banning Mi Cheng. Not actually allowed. But going to Watch Point definitely puts us in a position for a very fun map. Because I expect to see the ball, the Genji.
Oh yeah.
They banned Pharah. Why don't they ban Genji on this map or ball? I don't really know. But they banned the Pharah.
I'm just gonna say it.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody look at the enemy team when they're like actually banning?
We do,
there
but
there have been way too many Suspicious bands is what I will say.
Like the Doom Band map one's alright, but I'd save that for Escort. The Ana ban honestly worked out kind of well, but frees up Lazy Dog's Hog. They're banning Sojourn. Okay. Not a hero we've seen that predominantly in the series. Would have opted for more of an Ashe ban if I were them, but hey, what do I know?
Yeah, what do you know?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Looking for both teams to be ready with the ready check, as I need to change their names, not to Hybrid or Escort, but to Minutes to Midnight. And what the Helly. The minutes are ready. Max, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, that's good. Lazy Dog is also ready as we're going to map number 3. We're guaranteed 4. Hopefully we get 5. Actually, hopefully we get 4 for Max's sake, so she can go to bed.
Yippee.
Don't sound too excited. Did you know there's 2 lighthouses on this map?
I'm gonna stab you with a fork.
You missed your chance.
You beat me by 1 second.
Well, did you?
Shut up.
Do you have any fun facts about this map, Max? Do you?
I'm gonna stab you with a fork.
That's not a very fun fact about Watchpoint.
That's a fun fact about Gunginga, is that the next time I see Jared, I'm gonna stab him with a fork.
You're not gonna remember.
The ceiling on point 2 is open. There's your fun fact. It's like open. They
open up because it's a hangar.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fun fact. Almost as fun as Deathu. Pulling out the Junkrat on Watchpoint Gibraltar might be a very suspicious pick, but if he pulls it off, he pulls it off. Tonk back on the tank and the Sigma.
Next time Big Bob Man sees Jared, he's kissing him.
Yeah, that's kind of hype. ADBC1 on the Kiriko, Michingji on the Ana once again. Lazy Dog on the Doomfist, Venom on the Torb again. As Melly is rocking out the Ashe. Actually takes a whole bunch of damage. Pulsar on... Ooh. I don't know if I want to go in there if I'm on Lazy Dog. Pulsar on the Alaria and Cyber on the Kiriko. Gets trapped. Gets exploded. Goodbye, Lazy Dog. Now, Cyber is going up to challenge this Deathoof guy. I don't know if I want to do that if I'm Cyber. I'm just a little Kiriko. Lazy Dog once again goes for an engage and just tanks a whole lot of damage, but because Minutes to Midnight are yet to drop, they actually get quite a bit of cart push, and it's quite a good trade. Minutes to Midnight now dropping, leaving a few members on the high ground. Melly's very low on that high ground, hopefully looking for a Glitter Vomit dive. Oh, gets healed up just before Glitter Vomit can get to look. As Lazy Dog just takes more and more positioning. Doesn't even have to really make a play. And Pulsar finally gets a pick on the Alari. ADBC1 falling is bad news, but Glitter Vomit getting Venomed is a lot of damage lost. Now Tonk trying to finish off Lazy Dog. Does get out. Doomfist has a lot of mobility for a very good reason. And Lazy Dog is no stranger to that. But a lot of damage continues to come in from this Junkrat. Just about at that Riptire as we see Kitsune Rush come out. Melly really reaping a lot from that. But Deathu finishes off Lazy Dog. Sends out the Riptire.
Comes out.
Flux is big. But what's about to be bigger is this Riptire finding both of the supports. And Deathu on the Junkrat. Is this the answer to all of their sorrows? Somebody needs to make a compilation of me messing up words just from this stream. It'll be like 5 minutes long.
I was gonna say someone should make a compilation of us going what a knife every time we watch Lazy Dog play
Someone
JQ.
should make a compilation of every time Big Bob Man's flirted with me, but it would be too long.
What about Spindle?
Also would be too long.
Is Gungiga just your harem?
Anyways, big punch and slam, finishing off Mi Ching Ji as Meteor Strike comes out. IDBC1 is the next target. Lazy Dog with 2 early in the fight will most likely secure them the point as they are rounding that very last first point quarter.
Why am I spectating Venom?
Because you value Torb gameplay, and that's okay. Okay, Big Bob in the end finds Deathoof. Public enemy numero uno. IDBC1 also goes down. Mi Ching Ji making a very good case in his own. Will also go down. Venom goes down, and that's a 4-piece. As you have Deathoof on this high ground. Now, we are going for the first time to see the Addy BC1 Mercy here. And that's pretty exciting, because Deathoof on this Crassity should be cinema. Now, this is also a very tough point to hold, but it's also very easy to just steamroll through it. As a Nano Blade enters the backline, finds one, looking for two, gets out, not concerned about a 3 or a 4-piece. As Lazy Dog throws him into the mud. IDBC1 able to get the res as it gets canceled from your very own Lazy Dog Doomfist. Unfortunately for Lazy Dog, does take a lot of damage, is forced to retreat. And Melly now has to try and fight a pocketed cast. Even though he has the high ground advantage, there's still a Genji that's going to come for him. Big Rock, but an even bigger Flux. Finds the Alari, and now there's a Doomfist incoming onto Mi Ching Ji. Mi Ching Ji did not find the sleep. Does find his own grave. This is the punch onto Tonk. As Tonk is in a very holdable position as long as the rest of the team can get out. And with Deathoof getting a big pick, Tonk's able to find a follow-up as IDBC1 is fallen. But with the Genji being back, once again, they're going to continue their trend of holding second point very strong at the very possible last moment. But now we're going to see Venom swap off the Torb. P. Marmon is very sad. Even if he's not watching, he can feel it in his bones. As we now have a soul. It was a Reaper, now it's a Soldier. Tinrush comes out. Melly's just about at that Bob. Kind of interesting not to see that wait as Mi Ching Ji finds Cyber. And Deathoof pocketed on the high ground is going to be a very difficult target. Bob comes out. Could honestly win them the fight solo with Tonk going down. I don't think IDBC1's in a position to get anything looking like a res. We'll go for the res onto Deathoof, but Melly going up to challenge that. Does get the pick, but won't get the touch. But Deathoof with another one. If they had the touch there, Max, I think they hold, and I think they full hold that.
I think if Glitter Vomit were able to touch, or literally anybody, Tonk would have got... Oh, Addy, that's not where you want to be flying.
Nah, neither with Deathoof, as Lazy Dog's probably... Oh, never mind. There goes his 5-piece. But will get out, but... Like my good friend Sparksy once said, my pentakill! But much louder and much more distraught.
I also have a clip of you doing that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Nothing happened on Helios. It was Nepal.
It was, yeah, it was Nepal.
Deathoof knows what time it is. Unfortunately, forgot his pocket watch.
Yeah, it's actually 9:55.
Yeah, he's working on EST, not Super EST. As a big Flux comes out. Should get 2 picks off it with Glitter Vomit engaging very heavily on it. But Venom just able to weasel himself out. That slippery Soldier 76, Max. Very slippery.
He got legs.
Very soldiery. Ooh, okay. Gets deflected! Holy!
But the blade.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. That was really depressing. Almost very good. If he waits for the nano, probably gets a whole lot with that. As your Cassidy goes down. ADBC1, I don't know if she's looking for the
With
res,
the
but
res.
does get it. As Venom.
Lazy Dog being forced to use that meteor strike right on the Death Oof.
Yeah, Deathtooth really didn't appreciate that. Tried to roll out of the way. And Tonk goes down, but Deathtooth's right at that high noon. Finds a pick. Looking for another, but gets taken out. As Mi Chang Ji really just trying to survive on the point. I think Gluroma does get a touch.
So does Tonk.
Yeah, now if Deathtooth can get out, they do have a pretty decent...
Oh no, Tonk's booped off the map.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
They did get them into OT.
They did. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter on Escort.
True.
Bullet. Hobby, of course, being my very own Mick Cassidy player, Max, and also rocking the Genji for me for 3 seasons in a row. I miss him, Max. I miss him.
I've only heard of this hobby in, like, passing. I've never met him.
Yeah, that's because I don't think you ever will. But there was a time when we were playing against JP's team, and I believe they were Hampter at that point. Had Nolemos on it, had T-Good on it. I think they also might have had Pi and Stick. And you don't know Stick, but they ran Moira, Zarya, Torbjorn. And Hobby was just trying to force the Genji on that point, and it was absolutely not going to work.
Posture check and hydrate from Snowy Snowcat.
You know what? Thank you. I was on my side again.
Yeah, I was shrimping. I had
Alright.
a big stretch.
Ooh, that is a big stretch. As
I cracked my back.
Pulsar Rith, the only change up for the side of what the Helly, as Lazy Dog misses his punch, could go down right here, but Venom lays on the damage and helps his good old pal get out. Now Deathtooth is on the Hanzo. I don't know if he was on this the entire time or if he just got onto it, but he's on it now. That's what matters. As Lazy Dog not very happy with that. I even think he's quite angry, as they've already full held them at spawn for a minute. But Gloro finds a pick onto Cyber.
It's
Yeah?
Cyber was in a weird spot, and I don't know if he didn't have TP or I don't know what was going on there.
Shoot, and when I say shoot, I mean bow, because Deathtooth pulling out the Kata baits. Oh.
But melee putting down Kater Bates.
You know, that's kind of more accurate. Melee and Kaden used to be an insane DPS duo. Unfortunately, Eggnog is no longer in power. Did have Tonk on that team, though. I think maybe Evan. Did they have Evan? Yeah, they had Evan.
What?
Big pick from Deathtooth.
Deathtooth though, getting revenge.
And 4 ults now from the side of Minutes to Midnight. I don't know why all these teams have to change their name. They can just like keep them multiple seasons and I'll remember them. Big Rock!
Rock.
Full sword.
Big res.
Yeah, and a big point cap? Point cap.
Yeah. Point cab.
Ooh, Michigi on the brig actually. I just realized that. Now that's El Clasico. Michigi on the brig is like busting out Season 2 Mi Cheng-ji when he was playing for the Oracles. One of the only teams that have gone winless, except we've had basically a winless team every season. Now Deathoof, using his ult last fight, is already back up to it. That's really insane, actually. As Kitsune comes out, nothing else popped yet, but could see a visor. Never mind, gets taken out. Dragons comes out on the point. Deathoof gets Lazy Dog with it. Caught him lacking as Melly will be his next victim. Wow. Glitterbot popping. Oh no, Mi Cheng-ji. Glitterbot popping the deflect. Just drops it slightly too early. Deathoof. Not Deathoof. Pulsar gets the better of him. And IDBC1 gets the res. As Pulsar jumps off the map. 4 minutes on the clock for them at IDBC1. What is minutes to midnight key to success? Did I call you at IDBC1?
Yeah, you did.
Miracle Max, what are their keys to success?
I'm not gonna respond to you because you just called me Addy BC.
I was reading her name. Big Blade in the backline finds Venom with it. Going for two. Tonk takes his second pick as Lazy Dog just barely punches above his head.
Girl boss?
Yeah, the aforementioned Addy BC1 does not actually do any girl bossing. But she did in spirit as Lazy Dog punches her into a wall. And there are four people in this small room. Big counter punch from the Brig. Addy BC1 gets her head crunched in. And we do see a tactical visor, but there's nothing tactical about it as it is in a confined space. Well, I guess I'll answer my own question since I've severely hurt your feelings. I think we need Deathoof to pop off just a little bit more. They need to get one pick maybe from Glitter Vomit or maybe even Tonk on Lazy Dog's overextensions. Doesn't really happen that often, but Venom switching to the Reaper could definitely find something a little more easy. As Glitter Vomit gets a pick on the high ground, just what is foretold. There is a Reaper chilling in the backline, kind of. Has to fade out. And Pulsar getting harassed by this Genji. Does get out, does get healed up. Now Tonk still has that ult. Glitter Vomit just about at his blade. They have a rally. Rally comes out. Finds the Melly. Melly gets taken out. Rally comes out. Mi Cheng-ji just absolutely smacking the crap out of Venom. Deathoof gets a last second touch as Glitter Vomit is closing in on that ult.
You mean Lazy Dog?
No, Glitter Vomit.
You said Deathoof gets a last minute touch.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Hey man, I don't want to hear it. Don't sass me.
I'm not the one messing up.
Well, then you can do the cast.
I would if you would let me get a word in.
I tried to, and then you stopped talking for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you called me Addy BC1.
Wishful Giant with a hydrate. Thank you very much. I will take another drink.
Was that attack first?
Helly was.
Oh, Helly.
Alright, I give you an opportunity, Max.
I was drinking my wubber. What do you think is what the hell is key to success on this 1 minute attack here?
Really just a lot of chaos created by Lazy Dog and then quick picks from Melly or Venom. What this has happened, what happened early is kind of perfect actually. They do get the res on Glitter. So kind of negated as long as Tonk doesn't go down.
But Addy goes down with
Yeah,
Tonk at critical HP. Melly gets picked by Glitter Vomit though. Big rock onto Lazy Dog.
Yeah, Tonk is really abusing this high ground potential, especially with the rock or the push away perk.
Oh, good counter charge from Mi Chang Ji there.
And a big cleanse.
Another big charge.
They gotta get down on this point now though, Max.
And that's what they're doing.
Absolutely, they're
sending what the Helly packing.
Yeah, honestly, what the hell is even going on as Deathoof really looking to get a pick on this high ground, but Lazy Dog does get a touch. Deathoof very low, very killable, should get healed up by his team, but Glitter Vomit goes down.
Glitter Vomit goes down.
Tonk gets pushed into a corner. Deathoof does get a pick.
Lazy Dog goes down. They are even. ADBC1 goes down though.
Yeah, ADBC1 is a very questionable res. If she gets it off, it's huge, but she just face tanked 4 people.
Spot. Yeah.
Now going into this next point, they have showed a lot of success early, especially in holding on point 2. They do have Dragon, Big Flux, and Rally. And it is mirroring 3 ults on the other side. All in the same categories as Deathoof gets an early pick.
But Deathoof goes down to Lazy Dog.
Yeah, Glitter looking to be the next victim. As he just barely stays up, and Tonk with a big ult finds Lazy in it. Mi Chang Ji has to get on that backline, is actually doing the tank's job, but Tonk's not on a brawl tank, so it's not really a big deal as they stop him 50 meters into point number 2.
I think this is a really winnable game for Minutes of Midnight.
I think it's a really winnable game for what the hell.
It is too. That is too.
Now, if they play that defense like they did that last time, they'll probably spawn hold them for a minute. But if they don't do that, if Deathoof gets an early pick, if Glitter Vomit gets an early pick, that could be all she wrote. They do a very good job at steamrolling, and more of snowballing is probably the term I should use.
Yeah, snowballing is a good word for it. I think Minutes to Midnight really excels in capitalizing on like the momentum of a pick, but they do struggle sometimes in getting that initial pick.
I agree, and it kind of has to do with the team comp they're running, where it's a little bit dysfunctional. They have the poke, they have the pocket for the Genji and the Hanzo, which is a little suspicious, but it's what works for them. As Deathoof misses the high ground. Now Melly is in a very good position on this high ground. Kind of in almost an untouchable position, because you really don't want to dive on top of that Kiriko.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for Glitter Vomit to get up there without taking a lot of damage.
But I really
Although
like
Glitter Vomit on Venom gets the pick.
And I really like this push that they did where they forgot about the high ground, or not even forgot about it, they ignored it. They pushed under right away. Now Glitter Vomit is able to get onto Melly, and there's an Addy BC1 up there. Not really helping out the Genji, but girl bossing.
You know, it's like Melly goes down to Tonk.
Yeah, jumps
Venom
over
is
the
back
rock.
in the fight though.
And that could be huge, but Melly being down could honestly be detrimental as long as they can get good
Cyber is
damage
all on their Lonzo, but gets the huge sleep on the Glitter Vomit.
Yeah, but Mi Chang Ji kills Lazy Dog. Lazy buff too much. As a minute and a half is what they have rolling into point number 2. This is more than what the hell he had in total. As a quick pick onto Melly sets up a very, very good spot as they're in one fight territory.
And Lazy Dog falling real low. It's able to get out.
And that's huge. That's
I
absolutely
could have
huge.
been very bad for what the Helly.
Oh, that could have been the map. But Melly going down to
indeed.
hell. What the hell is going on, Max? Blade comes out.
What the hell is going on? Blade finds Venom.
Yeah, looking for a second. Maybe gets a
Finds
third.
Pulsar.
Oh, doesn't get a third with the
Doesn't
blade.
get the third. But Glitter Vomit does secure that kill into Cyber.
And that is
And
map,
Lazy Dog.
map number 2 going to minutes to midnight once again. Going to map 3 now, Max. You're going to have What the Helly picking a push map. Or Flashpoint, but probably a push map. And no matter what way you chop it up, push or Flashpoint is very good for Junker Queen. And do you know what the hell he has, Max? Are you aware? Are you a knower?
Am I a knower?
Are you
Enlighten me. And is the audience a knower, though?
Are they knowers? I don't think they are. What the hell he has? One of the most insane Junker Queens. Most unstoppable man.
This is true. This is a Lazy Dog's. Everybody looks to ban Lazy Dog's doom, but everybody forgets about the Queen.
Or the Roadhog.
Or the Hog. You can't ban out Lazy Dog. No matter what Lazy Dog's on, Lazy Dog is, coming out strong.
Oh, absolutely. And it's the kind of thing where there's not really a... What? There's not really a good ban on What the Helly's side. Because they all have so much flexibility. That, yeah, you kind of just have to ban dependent on the maps. Now, if this is the map we see the Junker Queen ban, Max, I think What the Helly lose.
I don't know. It depends on the map.
Yeah, I've never heard of New Queen Street. What?
Yeah. Big Bob Man bought his PC's parts.
No way! Big Bob Man has the most insane PC. Or at least he's building the most insane PC.
Because I think if they make the mistake of going to New Queen Street, Lazy Dog has a really good pocket Rhine. And that's a good Rhine map.
Yeah, it's a really good Rhine map, but it's also a very good Doom map. Banning Sig Servasa.
Servasa. Which one is that?
It's the only
No, it's a
Flashpoint map
Flashpoint.
in the game.
Ugh.
Don't sound too excited.
Yeah.
And we see a Sig ban. No ban yet from minutes to midnight. As that clock counts down, Max. What do you expect to see out of them without the Sigma?
Ball.
Alright. Anything else or just ball?
I would say like ball. I'm
Just
really
ball.
reaching here. Ball,
Uh-huh,
maybe a Hanzo, maybe a Genji.
What a junk rat.
Maybe a Junkrat.
Okay.
But you know what I'm also expecting to see? I wouldn't be mad about seeing the Orisa here.
There's
or
the Junker Queen
I
ban.
would really like to see what?
There's the Junker Queen ban. We called it.
Okay. I would also like to see Tonks Zarya.
That's
Because
what
I
I
feel like
personally
Lazy
would sign up
Dog's
for.
gonna go. I think Lazy Dog is gonna go hog here.
I see the Doomfist. I see the Doomfist angle all of the way.
But Zarya's really good into both Doomfist and Hog.
Well, more Doomfist than Hog. It's kind of an even matchup,
It's
actually.
playable.
It's very playable, but it's very easy to counter Zarya if you do not shoot her. If you just calm your team, hey, bubble. They actually can't do anything. But
True.
big stretch from Big Bob Man.
Big stretch from Big Bob Man.
Big
Crack at the
stretch,
back.
man. Ooh, Tonk on the Ryan. Now, you might not know this, Max, but back in Season 2, when I was in the Grand Finals for the second time against Tonk's team, I actually played the Ryan. And I have a really funny video of me just pinning Hunter, just completely out of the ordinary, does not see it coming. She's scoped in, all of a sudden, big German man. But all of a sudden, big German man for Tonk as Glitterama on to the Genji. Deathloop rocking the Tracer. I really like this team comp entirely for Minutes to Midnight with the Juno and the Ana, but Lazy Dog playing the Hog. Has Venom on the Soldier once more, and Melly back on the Sojourn. Kind of forgot that got banned, but almost a mirroring support line. Only difference is that Lucio, as Lazy Dog very low already, gets forced out, and Glitterama gets a pick onto Venom. Probably really enjoys having that dive partner in the Tracer. Now currently just trying to make sure he does not die. Will go down. Venom will be back before him. And a big sleep comes out onto the Roadhog. And Tonk goes down. Deathoof will join him as Addy BC1. Ooh,
The last to fall.
I know.
Sleepy Hog.
Micheng Ji most likely gets out of here, actually. Glitterama coming in and saving the day. And a weird fact I have about Pinmax is actually the longer it goes on, the bigger its hitbox gets.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, it explains a lot of the inconsistency with it, as Tonk rearing up on this Shatter. And Deathloop actually playing the Cassidy now. Tonk has that Shatter. I can see a big one right here. Finds two. Finds the picks they need from it, though. Melly's about to go down. Glitterama is cleaning up. As there is just a lone, uncontested Roadhog on point. Finds Deathoof, but was he even good for anyways when you have a Glitterama? Yeah, I didn't care for that. There's a Lucio and a Juno on the side. They're actually looking for a very aggressive retake on this while they have the numbers advantage. But Venom's very low. Tonk does not get the pick on him. And kind of just a bad situation for them all around, as Tonk will just end up feeding ult charge at this point.
Yeah, this is not looking great for Minutes to Midnight. It does not look like they're... Oh, never mind. I couldn't see Glitter Vomit.
I think that's the point. He snuck onto point.
Oh, he can't. He's not supposed to sneak from me.
No, that's okay.
Big sleeping anti onto Lazy Dog.
Yeah,
Big pick onto Venom.
Yeah, they get him mid-ult. There's just a Melly on the side. Here comes Tonk!
Micheng had it, but you know what? Tonk's help is appreciated.
Well, it's kind of hard to aim for a little old grandma when there's a big old German man flying at your face, propelled by a rocket. Now they should get a recontest, as Pulsar actually doesn't make it in time. Deathloop gets the pick on him. I think they'd lose this fight anyways, as Cyber Anti does get out for the time being. As Glitter and Venom trade. Now we are going to one of the harder points to attack on.
I hate this point with a burning passion.
Has a very big defender's advantage because of the way the point is set up.
Oh, and a big hook from Lazy Dog. Slam comes out, but he dies.
Yeah, if they had something like a nano or an orbital ray, I could see it being justified, but because they didn't have those...
Michin getting a pick onto Pulsar, but Cyber finds the pick onto Deathu.
Yeah, now you're doing what I was doing, but a
huge
big anti
from Michin.
Yeah, unfortunately, ADBC1 and Michin don't have the damage to do anything off of it. Now, don't be weary, Max. The Genji and the Cass are on their way. But without Shatter or anything else to really engage, I guess a hook works, but less than ideal. Lazy Dog does have the correct perk for Roadhog as Taunt gets booped off the map.
Oh, and
poor
Deathu gets hooked.
Yeah, that was a full-on firing squad he got pulled into.
Not what you want to see.
Well,
and we're seeing that defender's advantage.
Absolutely. Because of this slight elevation, it makes the point that much harder to attack onto. As Tonk in probably the worst situation you can ever be in on a tank.
Oh, and Michin falling because he went to go try to nano glitter vomit.
Yeah, unfortunate, but honestly, I'm kind of fine with conceding this point. You have a lot more attempts available, and unless glitter vomit has some insane heroics and does not get hooked like he did there, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They just need to make sure they get to the next point before what the Helly. Where? Oh, I guess it doesn't show us, but they obviously know. As a big pin, they could find Lazy Dog here. They actually blow.
Oh no! The nano goes on the Addy BC1 instead of Tonk.
I mean, honestly, it saves here from the rails, but I think that was kind of a waste of ults on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, neither one really got picks, and another ult comes out, Shatter comes out, and at this point, I'm kind of fine with it, but I still think it's a waste.
It's just weird, you know? Melly finds Glitter Vomit in the meantime, and Deathu is a little caught out here.
Yeah, but he wins these. And that's the issue with this guy.
He wins the impossible duels.
Actually,
Never
he
mind.
loses. The Glitter Vomit...
You jinxed that.
You just called them impossible, so...
Yeah, that's not jinxing it.
They do get the point cap. As Melly's threatened, but due to this, they also completely give up the point, and Melly's able to get home to safety.
Oh, big hook onto Michin.
Absolutely, Michin G has been absolutely changled.
What?
Well, it kind of sounds like mangled.
No.
Yeah. He got the Michin G treatment, what he usually does to others. Now Tonk is back. Still would like to see an Orisa swap from him. I think this hog is simply just too powerful. As Tonk is kind of in a bad position here. Venom with a big ult doesn't get a whole lot of it because of the dragon zoning him off, but Nano comes out.
Nano comes out onto Tonk.
Yeah, and another absolute. I mean, it would have been 100-0 again if Tonk didn't get the back cap, but we're gonna
yeah.
We're gonna say it was 100-0 because that's kind of what it was. And even with this shatter, I still think Tonk's got to switch off this Reinhardt. I don't think it's working for them.
Yeah, I would have to agree here. I feel like he would get a lot of value even out of the ball or the like just getting onto the supports.
I think they need the Orisa, but causing Beat to come out. Honestly, could still get the pick on the Venom. As a big slam comes out, actually, it's just a Venom slam. And Honk gets traumatized. But Deathloop with a pick could set them up for success. Kitsune comes out, allows Melee for a quick charge on the rail. But Mi Chang-ji helps get the pick, saving his ADBC1. Now Tonk's finally switching over to that ball.
The ball, as foretold.
The ball is here to save the day, but ADBC1 was not aware that goes down. Mi Chang-ji will be the second. They might get the pick onto... They won't get it.
They won't get it. No pick onto Lazy Dog.
Yeah.
Disguised with the hydrate and the posture check. There are a lot of posture checks tonight.
Oh, because it's a Wednesday. And it just makes sense somewhere. It just makes sense.
Oh, so we're not cameling instead of shrimping.
What?
I don't know. Camels sound like a humpback. You know?
Alright,
Deathloop with the pick onto Mellow. Mellow?
Mellow! Yeah, the new hitscan player Mellow absolutely gets lit up there by the dragons and the Tonk dive. And Nano comes out.
Glitter Mama getting the Nano.
Yeah, I just wanted.
But they don't got the.
Yeah, Tonk with a big pick in the back onto Pulsar.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to get off the same wave. You speak. Go.
What?
Go.
What am I saying? What am I?
I don't know. You're a caster. Figure it out.
I really think that this ball swap has been pretty influential for Minutes to Midnight. Wouldn't you agree?
I think a big slam with a minefield and a dragon is influential.
And that's a ball pick.
Bye, Deathoof. That was Deathoof, or the artist formerly known as Deathoof.
The Hanzo, formerly known as Deathoof.
Yeah, Glittermite is the next to get picked, as even with the ball swap, I don't think it's going to be enough to win them the
swap
point.
onto Sombra real quick.
Yeah, I still would have preferred to see that Orisa as map number 4 will go to the side of Hazard Incorporated as game number 2.
Hazard Incorporated. That's who's playing right now?
There's Deathloop on the team. I don't want to hear it.
And also not the team that won.
I don't want to hear it, man. I'm trying to change assets around right now. It's a lot of work. But yeah, I like the ball swap. I still would have preferred to see him switch over to Orisa. I think Orisa does more for his team here. Now we do get one more map max. Game number 5 or game number 2 of week 5.
Yay.
Now they get to choose between Samoa or Busan. I think no matter what map you go to, you need to be on your A game. Because now that Lazy Dog has been unchained, what can you really do here, Max?
Who do you ban here?
That's the issue. I don't know who you ban.
I feel like for Busan, ball is, I'm expected to see Tonk on the ball.
Oh, they banned Hog.
I feel
obviously.
like you banned the Sombra. You banned the Sombra.
Tonk needs to play the Orisa.
Yeah.
They banned Soldier?
Busan, so...
Why?
I'm drinking.
Why are you drinking?
Because that's such a, I don't know, it's a goofy ban.
That is a goofy ban. Why would you ban Soldier here? I think that's the least of your concerns if you're minutes to midnight. Mercy? I mean, okay.
I get it.
Uh, it's the same as banning the soldier, though. It's not. It wasn't the most impactful character on the board that you could have still have banned. But going to Busan. This honestly might be the first time we've seen Busan. No, I think it's the second. What the hell is ready? Mi Cheng-ji and Minutes to Midnight, they are also ready, Max. Are you ready?
I guess I am. On to my favorite map.
Well, I put it on my favorite weather pattern, overcast.
I don't like it on overcast. It
You
lags my
don't like.
computer out.
Oh, brother. To the Max's computer is stinky.
It
I
probably
said
doesn't
it.
help that I have this game on max graphics.
Why do you have it on max graphics?
Because it's pretty!
I mean, sure, but Deathloop can't pick character. Okay. Um, Deathloop was not able to pick his character. We are back. That glitch actually goes away if you just wait out the assemble your hero timer, but oh, okay, they are ready. We are going into map number 5 once again. Now, Max, we're seeing the Junkrat. We're seeing the Junker Queen. We're seeing the Sigma. I think these three are the most impactful characters of this match so far. And I think these three
I'd say the
characters...
Sojourn is...
It's in the top 5.
Who's 4 then?
Genji.
Okay.
Ooh, Deathloop on the Hanzo. Okay, that actually might be 3. But it's still there, and that's what matters. As going into map number 5, Deathloop starts with an early pick. Glitter Vomit secures a second.
with a number 2. The Shimada Bros. I beat you to it.
We said it at the exact same side on my side.
Nope.
Okay. Deathloop fighting melee on this side. Disruptor shot could actually kill him, but getting support from Mi Cheng-ji will prolong his death just a little bit longer as Glitter Vomit forced dash, forced deflect, and Deathloop goes down.
Oh, what a pick from Lazy Dog.
Absolutely, and this is the kind of stuff we needed from him. As Pulsar gets a pick.
finding the other Shimada Bro. And
Yeah,
Tonk being the third to fall as the supports are forced to fall back.
Yeah, and it's ironic that Kiriko finds a pick on the Shimadas. considering she used to train with them, Max. Did you know that?
With some weird age lore stuff there, though.
Did you know Gibraltar has 2 White Houses?
You know, like Kiri's only 21, but the Shimada Bros are supposed to be in their 40s.
We don't worry about that. What we worry about is, does Deathoof know? And he does. Does Cyber know, though? No, he does not.
No, he does not.
Glittervomit in a very interesting situation. Probably... Nope, doesn't get railed. Okay. There is a Reaper waiting for him at his location as the Reaper gets exploded. Lazy Dog gets taken out by Deathoof. Pulsar actually exploding Glittervomit's head with a kunai. And Kitsune Rush, a very interesting use of the ult, comes out. I don't think they needed that, Max. I think that's a waste. But what are we looking at for this next fight?
We're looking at a couple of ults from... Well, okay, well, more than a couple of ults on the side of what the Helly. As the overclock gets popped from Melly, Venom goes down, Rampage comes out, gets cleansed. Not on Deathoof, though. Rip Deathoof.
And Mi Chang-ji not even getting a cleanse, just gets executed in his own backline. As a 3v5 is never advantageous for any side, especially not a Genji, a Sigma, and a Kiriko. As IDBC1 will go down on the point, 58% is their final percentage. Ooh. Lazy Dog misses the knife onto Deathoof, which could have secured them a last fight. But with both support ults in hand, who knows what we're going to see in this fight, as we have a Blade. Comes out at 80 HP. What is he doing? Gets nanoed.
He can't catch up.
He overengaged onto the Reaper. And that's fine, but it was a beaded Reaper with Fade.
And they committed a lot of resources to it. As Death Blossom comes out onto Addy BC1, Deathoof finds the pick onto Venom, though. But Lazy Dog and Pulsar find Glitter Vomit and Tonk. Mi Chain goes down as well.
And there is no pulse for the side of Minutes to Midnight going into control point number 2, as What the Helly takes the first submap.
I would say there's a pulse. They got almost 60% on the point.
But that last fight just did not give a lot of hope. I want to see the Zarya again, Max. I really want to see it. The Zarya or the Orisa. I don't think Ball is going to work. I think we've established that at this point. The Sigma's been very good, but you don't have any high grounds to play off of, so it kind of disables all of its value. Especially with Cyber playing Lucio here.
Not with one of the Cyberpunk skins, though. Does Lucio have one?
Yeah, he's 2, I think. I mean, they're just reskins of each other, but they're not very good.
Yeah, I was gonna say they must not be very good.
Maybe it's not steampunk. It's the graffiti skins I'm thinking of.
Oh, what a knife onto Addy BC1.
Yeah, ADBC1 absolutely gets taken out.
Oh, but I think a Lazy Dog overcommits there.
But it doesn't matter. Melly gets enough space to get a pick on Glitter Vomit. As you need some real big Hanzo heroics here.
Oh, but Tonk finds a pick on a Venom. Melly going down as well, Tonk.
They really got to get to that point, though. The longer they wait, the sooner this Junker wind's going to be back, and the sooner they're going to lose it once again. Because unless they get more big Hanzo picks, I don't know that they can survive this onslaught. Because right now, their win condition really is just Lazy Dog overextending or Deathoof doing an insane amount of damage. Which, to be fair, he's done, but Melly also is a win condition, and picking off Addy early is definitely not going to help Minutes to Midnight.
It's Cyber, the support line, find the Shimada Bros.
Yeah, that is not good news at all. Now Tonk is about at that flux, pops it. They do get the pick on the Lazy Dog, and that's kind of going to be the only thing they got. Now the overclock did buy them enough time, and really by the time Minutes to Midnight gets aggressive here, Lazy Dog is going to be turning that last corner. Kitsunerus comes out from Pulsar, and they get a pick on ADBC1 once again. Melly goes down, but it might be too little too late with Lazy Dog being here. They do nano the Glitter Bomb though, and this should turn the fight around in their favor. With Pulsar getting another pick. No,
Lazy Dog goes down.
Yeah, and a pretty good
Glitter Bomb finds an early pick onto Venom. Staggering Reaper a little bit more.
Now the only issue with that is they're going to have 3 ults for this next fight compared to Minutes to Midnight's 2. And they really don't have anything to stop this Death Blossom or this Rampage. Now the Mei does come out from Death Oof, but Lazy Dog doing really good damage. I mean, they probably don't even need his Rampage as Glitter Bomb struggles to find anything with Beat coming out.
And it's not, Glitter Bomb goes down and it is already not looking great for Minutes to Midnight.
Absolutely not. With Melly on this sideline.
The Mei?
Yeah, they banned it in map 1. Didn't you know it was coming out in map 5? As Gravitic Flux comes out, finds the Lucio. No beat for that. Should end up getting the pick. And they gotta wrap this up fight.
Big rock onto Lazy Dog.
Yeah, and they're going to find, well, they're gonna find everyone. We're in last fight territory, Max. By the time they actually get to a point to engage, we're going to have a Blizzard. We're going to have a Nano. But we're still going to we're going to have 4 ults from the side of What the Helly. Just on the edge. Melly getting picked is absolutely massive and cannot be understated. But they need to isolate Lazy Dog before he...
missing the rock on a Lazy Dog though.
If they can get this Rampage out early or isolate him with a Mei wall, that will secure them this point. Literally actually the only one found with the ult. As that Blizzard now comes out, Literally falls, but so will Lazy Dog. IDBC1 will join his her teammate.
Cyber goes down, and so does Pulsar. No supports for the side of What the Helly. As the Death Blossom comes out, doesn't find anybody.
Yeah, Venom actually, I hate to say it, but his Death Blossom kind of
Melly finding two, though. Whoa, whoa.
Melly with the absolute clutch. There's a reason they named this team after him.
No, it's What the Helly, not What the Melly.
Come on, use context clues.
No.
That's like your whole thing. Deathu switches over to the Genji. Glittermount does get the touch, but not for very long, as that will... Oh, they're going to have another touch. But it's not going to be enough, as... Deathu is the last pick.
What a close game.
With that final blow, minutes to midnight fall just short. The clock strikes 0 on their sweep chances. And What the Helly closes out in the clutch as they walk away with the map 5 crown. 2 wins, 2 weeks. Much better showing this last half of the season, Max. And it cannot be understated the impact that Lazy Dog had. I gotta find the picture for that one, actually. There it is.
But yeah, we get a interview for What the Helly.
Yeah, we do. Ooh, we get Lazy Dog, the man himself.
Ah, now we can finally solve the mystery of who played Brig, Pulsar or Cyber.
Okay.
Because I know I'm right.
You can think that.
I am right.
And you can think that. Hello, Lazy Dog.
Oh, hello. Hey, Jared.
Big win from you today.
Yeah, we did. We kind of needed this.
Yeah, you did. 2 wins in 2 weeks after going 0-3.
Yep.
What caused the
That
turnaround?
I have no clue. Either somehow everyone got worse or we locked in, and I don't know which is true.
Why not both?
It could be true. We're preying on the people who are getting complacent.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, before we get into the interview, Miracle Max has been fiending for this question.
Who played Brig on your team? Is it Pulsar or Cyber?
They've both played Brig. They've
Okay,
both played
but
Brig.
the
Which
Ana
map?
player is Cyber, right?
Yes, and he has also played
Thank you.
Brig.
But like
He
mainly
played
Ana.
Brig on Hollywood.
Okay, but mainly Ana.
Depends.
I'm not
Okay,
talking
so,
about
Max, I
this
Yes,
think
in
the
general,
this
he's
season
known
in
as the honor
general.
player. When they banned Ana, they were thinking about him when they banned Ana.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
but
he's known as the Ana goat.
what it sounds like is we're both right.
No, you're not.
All right. Sore winner
No
Miracle
comment.
Max is not able to accept a draw. So, speaking of a draw, you guys did not get there. We're casting now. We didn't get to a draw. We got to a map 5 banger once again this week. Week 5, map 5. What was the issue with Hybrid and Escort? What really tripped you guys up there?
Jackson. By far Jackson. I think it was Jackson with a combination of the maps were just like they played really well with his Hanzo, and one of the maps we couldn't ban Hanzo, so he was just free to play it, and especially with the Sig, meaning that like I don't play any shield tanks. I think that's pretty well known.
Oh, you play the
And
Ryan.
so when they have a shield in a pocket on the Hanzo, I could try and throw myself at him as Doom, and sometimes it works out. But I think the majority of the time he just gets away with killing all of us.
Yeah, especially with banning that Hanzo, him pulling out his favorite little guy, the Junkrat.
Yeah, the Junkrat was pretty disgusting, but that just is what it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you guys did pull out in the end.
Yep. I think we just ended up with some good maps back to back, like good maps that like Hanzo can't really be too good at,
Mhm.
and maps that we were just able to run them down before they could pick us off.
Now, I know you guys practice quite a bit, probably the most out of any team. Did you guys have a game plan going into this?
No, we had no game plan whatsoever. I can't tell if that was a joke or not.
No, no, you genuinely do.
Wait, we do?
Oh yeah.
We practice? Question mark.
Okay.
I mean, at least Cyber and
Pulsar do.
Venom and Pulsar do.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
they
like
like
they
play
play.
ranked every once in a while, but like,
That's close enough.
I guess that's close enough.
Yeah. Now, walk me through your mindset going into today.
Going into today, I didn't know they had Jackson until I showed him the lobby and I saw him and he wasn't casting.
Oh,
And
was that
then
your
I was like,
Satan
oh
comment?
shit. Wait, what?
Was that your "Why is Satan here" comment?
Well, yeah. I was like, why is Jackson on the enemy team? This is the problem. And so then my entire thought process, as soon as I saw that, is like I was only thinking about, okay, what do we have to do to counter this guy? Uh, Mainly because like I don't think I know too. I know Mi Chang plays like support and whatnot, but I'm not scared, right? I'm not like afraid. I'm
That makes one
afraid
of us,
that
but yeah.
Jackson is just gonna roll everyone, which kind of happened. That did happen, but we were able to mitigate it in time. And so that was
Absolutely.
just like my entire thought process is okay, what map is this? What do I think Jackson's gonna play? What are we gonna play to try and shut that down as fast as possible? And that was just the thought process.
Now, I got. Do you have any questions, Max, before I start to wrap this up?
Nope.
All right. Week 5. Obviously, next is the playoffs, and most likely you're going to be playing Quirked Up White Boys.
Yeah, I think we've already lost to them.
You did.
Like
It was
once
like
before.
week 2, but you guys are playing much better now. And
Yeah.
I mean, if Narc doesn't have a standout performance, who knows how that game goes? And depending on who wins in Hazard or AFN, you could potentially, if you win Quirked Up White Boys, play Deathoof once again, but on his main role, that tank.
Yeah, that's probably the nightmare scenario. Is they win against Air Force None, and we have to play them again. Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, that would be a repeat of your week 1 matchup.
Yeah, I remember that matchup. Well, admittedly, we did take a map off them.
You did. You took the first map.
Yeah, so it's not all is lost. It's just gonna be a tough battle.
All right, that's what I
Maybe
like
gotta
to
put a bit
hear.
more prep work into that.
Well, Mr. Lazy Dog, I won't take you for too much longer, but great game from you today. That Junker Queen, of course, is terrifying. Please stop playing that. But,
Stop banning Doom, bro. Everyone bans Doom
I
first
know, I
map
don't.
every single time.
Okay, we didn't ban Doom against you once, but
Well, okay, every match I have played, you could only ban him once. Admittedly, like that's just kind of how it works. You can only ban him once.
we
But
were
every
gonna ban
single
him.
time I play, someone bans Doom, and it's like, oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I gotta play Queen here.
Well, I guess we'll see you in the playoffs, Mister.
Yep.
Great game today. Unfortunately, Mince Midnight could not pull off. They will most likely play funny, silly, haha team though. Or actually,
Yep.
I'll have to do the standings. You might actually play them. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
That's
Good
all the.
luck. Good luck in your games as well.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I think it's time to get back on the deadlock. Oh, I love me some deadlock.
All right, you have fun with that. That's all the time we have for the day. Thank you, Max, for casting with me, and goodbye.